Hi everyone, welcome to this power yoga class. Step on your mat and let's begin. A little hint before we start. We will do quite some planks. So if it's getting too much for you, just get on your knees, it will make it a little bit easier. Also, feel free to get into a child's pose, take a little rest, breathe, and then whenever you're ready, you restart. So let's start with some sun salutations. Feet are closed, legs are engaged, belly button is pulled inwards, and then with your inhalation, you raise your arms, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest, and with your exhalation, you step back into a plank position. Bring your knees to the ground and then bring your whole body to the ground. Inhale, get into a cobra position. Exhale, get into a downward facing dog. You stay here for 5 breaths. This is an easier sun salutation, and you can keep doing this one also for the remaining ones that we will do afterwards. With your inhalation, you step forward between your hands, lift up your chest. Exhalation, bend forward. And then with your inhalation, you come up again, arms above your head, and exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, step back into a plank position. Lower down to chaturanga and inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We stay here again for 5 deep breaths. Your feet are hip width apart. You try to bring your heels closer to the ground. Your fingers are spread wide and you try to evenly spread your weight into your fingers and your palms. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up all the way, arms above your head, and exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms above your head, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, if you want to, you can start jumping back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Draw your belly button inwards. Elongate your spine, and your arms are in one line with your back. Pull your shoulders away from your head and breathe deeply. And then with your inhalation, you can, if you want to, jump forward between your hands. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up all the way, arms above your head. And exhale, arms down. Inhale, lift up your arms, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, get back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Draw your chin towards your chest. Your gaze is either towards your thighs or towards your belly button. Make once more sure that you evenly distribute your weight into your hands and up into your fingers. Don't forget to breathe. And then with your next inhalation, you step or jump forward between your hands, lift up your chest. Exhalation, forward fold. Inhale, come up all the way, arms above your head, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, arms down. We will now do a variation of the sun salutation. Inhale, bend your knees, arms above your head, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, get back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with your right leg. Inhale, come up with your upper body. Exhale, get down again into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with your left leg. Lift up your upper body, arms above your head. And exhale, get down and into chaturanga. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We stay here again for 5 deep and calm breaths. Feet are hip width apart. Try to bring your heels closer to the ground. You want to intensify the stretch at the back of your legs. Your belly button is pulled inwards and your neck is relaxed. With your next inhalation, you get forward between your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sit deep, and exhale, come to standing. Inhale, bend your knees, lift up your arms, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest, and exhale, jump back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward with your right leg, lift up your chest, arms above your head. Exhale, get back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward with your left leg, lift up your upper body, arms above your head. Exhale, get back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Calm and steady breath. Feel the length and the room in your spine. Relax your neck and bring your shoulders away from your head. Inhale, jump or step forward between your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, arms above your head. Exhale, come back to standing. Inhale, bend your knees, arms above your head, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, jump back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward with your right leg, lift up your chest, arms above your head. Exhale, get back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with your left leg, lift up your chest with your inhalation, arms above your head, and exhale, get back down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. It's the last sun salutation, so enjoy this downward facing dog. Stretch out your whole body. Inhale, jump or step between your hands, lift up your chest, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, arms above your head, gaze towards your thumb, and exhale, come back to standing. So now that we have warmed up, let's start with the fun part. Inhale, arms above your head, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, get back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift your weight forward above your hands and get into a plank position. Make sure that you do not drop at your lumbar spine, so you want to pull your pubic bone towards your belly button. Also, if you can, draw your rib cage inside, and then with your exhalation you can already shift back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Exhale, step forward between your hands and lift up your upper body with your inhalation. We are in a deep lunge. Try to keep a 90-degree angle between your upper and lower leg of your right leg. And with your exhalation, you bring your arms down to the ground at the inside of your right foot. We want to deepen the stretch of our left hip flexor. So try to keep your hip pushing forward and down. Inhale, step back with your right leg. Exhale, get down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And we repeat on the left side. First, we do our plank, so shift forward. Try not to drop your lower back down, so pull your belly button inside. Also make sure that you're not dropping down between your shoulder blades, so push the floor away from you. Exhale, shift back into a downward facing dog. And then inhale, lift up your left leg. Exhale, step forward between your hands. Inhale, get up with your upper body. And we are here in this lunge position again. 90-degree angle between your upper and lower leg of your left leg. And try to keep your upper body as upright as possible. Exhale, place both of your hands down on the ground at the inside of your left leg, and we're intensifying now the stretch of our hip flexor on the right side. If you want to, you can get also down on your elbows. Inhale, step back with your left leg. Exhale, get down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then with your inhalation, you jump or step forward between your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up all the way, arms above your head. And exhale, arms down. Inhale, lift up your arms, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, jump or walk back into chaturanga. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're doing another plank, so shift forward with your weight above your hands. And now lift up your right arm. Try to keep your hip parallel to the ground. Pull your belly button inwards and also draw your rib cage in. Exhale, arm to the ground and shift back into a downward facing dog. With the next inhalation, you lift up your right leg. Exhale, you step forward between your hands and bring your whole weight on your right leg. And you stand up and try to lift up your left leg and place your ankle above your knee on your thigh muscle. Bend your right knee and try to sit as deep as possible. Inhale, straighten your right leg, step back with your left leg, with your right leg, and then get into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. We repeat on the other side. Shift forwards into a plank and lift with your inhalation your left arm up. Keep your hip parallel to the ground and pull your pubic bone towards your belly button. Exhale, left hand on the ground, shift back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up your left leg. Exhale, step forward between your hands and bring all of your weight on your left leg. Get up and raise your right leg and place it on your left thigh muscle. Try to bend your left knee and try to sit as deep as possible. Keep your upper body as upright as possible. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, step back with your right and then with your left leg. Get down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Jump or step forward between your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up all the way, arms above your head. And exhale, arms down. Inhale, lift up your arms, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, jump or walk back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're doing another plank. So shift your weight forward above your arms and then lift up your right leg. Try to keep your back parallel to the ground. So try to distribute your weight evenly above your arms and over your left leg. Exhale, shift back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg even higher, and exhale, step forward and bring all of your weight on your right leg and stand up. Now try to wiggle your left leg around your right leg and do the same thing with your arms. Try to bend your right knee to sit a little bit deeper and try to keep your upper body as upright as possible. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, step back with your left leg, with your right leg. Come into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, shift forward into a plank position and then lift up your left leg. Try to keep your upper body parallel to the ground. So distribute your weight evenly above your hands and above your right foot. Exhale, shift back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up your left leg even higher and exhale, step forward between your hands. Lift up your whole body and now try to wiggle your right leg around your left leg and do the same with your arms if possible. Bend your left knee and try to sit a little deeper and try to keep your upper body as upright as possible. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, step back with your right leg, with your left leg. Get down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. And with your inhalation, you step or jump forward between your hands. Lift up your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up all the way, arms above your head. And then exhale, arms down. Inhale. Lift up your arms, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. And exhale, jump or walk back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift forward into a plank position and then lift up your right leg and bring your right knee as close as possible to your chest. Draw your heels up to your butt. Exhale, place your right foot on the ground. Shift all of your weight on your right foot and stand up. You can either take hold of your knee and keep the position like this, or if possible, you grab your big toe and then you extend, if possible, your leg at the center of your body. If you can fully extend your leg, you can also try to pull your leg closer to your head. With your next exhalation, you bring your left leg to the side. If possible, you turn your head to the right side. If you were holding your knee, you can also bring your leg to the left side, holding your knee. Inhale, bring your leg back to center. You can pull it closer once more to your upper body, and then exhale, release and hold it. Try to keep both legs as straight as possible and the toes of your left foot are pointed. Exhale, step back with your left leg. With your right leg, get down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. You repeat this on the other side. Get into a plank position and lift up your left leg. Bring your knee as close as possible to your chest. Pull your heel up to your butt. Exhale, place your left foot on the ground. Transfer all of your weight on your left leg. Get up. And now try to either grab your right knee, or if it's possible for you, you grab your big toe. And then again, if it's possible, you try to extend your right leg and the center line of your body. If you can extend your leg, you can also try with each inhalation to pull your right leg a little closer to your upper body. Exhale, bring your right leg to the side, and if possible, turn your head to the left. You can also do this while holding on to your knee. Inhale, bring your leg back to center. If you want to, you can pull it once more closer to your upper body. And then exhale, you release your right leg, point your toes, and hold your right leg as high as possible. Keep both legs straight. Exhale, bring your right leg back to the ground, step back with your left leg, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then with your next inhalation, you walk or jump forward between your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up all the way, arms above your head, gaze towards your thumb, and exhale, arms down. Inhale, lift up your arms, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest, and exhale, get back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift once more into a plank position, and now we're going to lift up our left arm and our right leg. Try to keep the balance. If it's too hard, don't forget you can also get on your knee. And keep on breathing. Exhale, bring your left hand to the ground, shift back into downward facing. Inhale, lift up your right leg more, and then exhale, step forward. And now bring again all of your weight onto your right leg and try to get a parallel line to the ground with your upper body and your left leg. Try to keep your hips parallel to the ground, so push your left hip rather a little bit more down. Exhale, bring your hands back to the ground, step back, get into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that on the other side. So shift forward into a plank position, and then we are lifting up our right arm and our left leg. Try to keep the balance, and again, if you want to, you can bring your right knee to the ground. Exhale, place your right hand on the ground, shift back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up your left leg a little more, and exhale, step forward. Now again, bring your weight onto your left leg and get into a parallel line with your upper body and your right leg. Keep your hip parallel to the ground, so try to push your right hip a little bit down. Exhale, hands to the ground, step back into Chaturanga, and inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump or walk forward between your hands, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, get up all the way, arms above your head, and exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, get down into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now shift once more forward into a plank position. Lift up your right leg and bring your right knee as close as possible to your right arm. Try to push your heel close to your buttocks. Exhale, shift back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up your right leg a little bit more, and then exhale, step forward between your hands. Get up with your inhalation and get into a straddled position. Your toes are turning outside, and with your exhalation, you get down into a deep squat. Try to press your knees to the outside, so you really want to feel your butt muscles here. You can keep your hands in prayer position, or you can also put your hands on your waist. Try to keep your upper body as upright as possible, and don't forget to breathe. Inhale, straighten your legs, and then you can, if you want, to step a little bit closer. And with your exhalation, you get once more into this deep squat. Now try to raise your heels from the ground and only stand on your tippy toes. If this is too hard, you can also lift one heel after the other, alternating. Inhale, straighten your legs. And take a deep breath. With your exhalation, you get down once more, but now you place your hands on your thighs. Exhale, get down into the squat position, and then you want to twist to the left side. You can press your right hand into your upper leg to facilitate this twist a little bit more. Keep pressing your knees to the outside. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, get back to center. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Now you really want to press your left hand into your upper leg so that you get deeper into this twist. Keep pressing your knees to the outside and elongate your spine. Inhale, get up again, twist forward over your right side, and then with your exhalation you place your hands on the ground, get down into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Shift into a plank position and lift up your left leg. Bring your left knee as close as possible to your left arm. Pull your heel up to your butt. Exhale, push back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up your left leg a little bit more, and exhale, step forward between your hands. Inhale, get up, shift over to the side and get into a straddled position. Hands in prayer position. Exhale, get down into a side squat on the right side. Inhale, get up, exhale on the left side. Inhale, get up, exhale on the right side. Inhale, get up, exhale on the left side. Inhale, get up, exhale on the right side. Inhale, get up, exhale on the left side. Inhale, get up, exhale on the right side. And we stay here. Try to get as deep as possible. Keep the tension in your legs. Inhale, get up. Exhale, we switch over to the left side. Also try to get as deep as possible. Keep the tension in your right leg also. And inhale, come up. Turn over your left leg. Exhale, hands down. Get into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump or walk forward. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up all the way, arms above your head. And exhale, arms down. Inhale, lift up your arms, gaze towards your thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, get back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into a plank position and lift up your right knee and bring it to your left arm. Try to push your heel towards your butt again. Exhale, shift back into a downward facing dog. Place your right leg on the ground and shift your weight onto your right hand. We're going to get into a side plank. If needed, you can place your right knee on the ground. Exhale, bring your left hand to the ground again. Get into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we're doing the same thing on the other side. Plank position, left knee to your right arm. Try to push your heel towards your butt again. Exhale, shift back into a downward facing dog. Bring your left leg to the ground again. And then shift your weight over to your left hand and get into a plank position on the left side. If possible, you can raise your right arm to the sky. And if you manage, you can really stack your feet above each other. If not, you can place your right foot in front or behind your left foot. Exhale, place your right hand on the ground again, get into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And with your inhalation, you step or jump forward between your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, get up again. And exhale, arms down. Inhale, bend your knees and sit deep. Raise your arms above your head. Gaze towards your thumb. We stay here for a little longer. And exhale, try to sit down directly. Shift your weight a little bit back so that you have space on your mat. Your hands are behind your hip, and with your inhalation, you push yourself up to get into a reversed plank. Exhale, get down, and with your inhalation, you lift up your legs, if possible, straight and get into boat position. If you can keep your back straight, you can also lift up your arms and place them parallel to your knees. Exhale, roll down on your back and roll up so you get onto your feet. Inhale, bend your knees and sit deep. Stay here, keep breathing. Exhale, get down all the way, sit down, shift your weight back, and with your inhalation, you get into a reversed plank. Push out of your shoulder girdle, push your hips to the sky, and exhale, get down. With your inhalation, you immediately get into boat position. Roll back onto your spine, roll up so you get onto your feet, and then immediately bend your knees. Try to sit deep, arms above your head. gaze towards your thumb. Stay here. Keep breathing. Exhale, sit down. Bring your hands behind your back. And with your inhalation, you push yourself up into a reversed plank. Hold it. Keep breathing. It's the last plank. Exhale, release. And inhale, immediately get into boat pose. If possible, straighten your legs. If possible, also try to lift your arms from the ground. Pull your belly button inside. That's the last boat pose. And exhale, roll down onto your spine. Knees to your chest. Hug your knees and just relax. You did it. The hard part is over. We will do a little bit of a cool down now. Round your spine and roll forward to get onto your feet. And from there you step back into a downward facing dog and immediately get onto your knees. Your hands are stretched before your head, and now you try to bring your head or even your chest down to the ground. We want to stretch out our shoulder girdle. It should not be painful in your shoulders, so don't go too far. Inhale, slowly shift back and get into child's pose. So your upper body is resting on your thighs, and your arms are relaxed, your head is resting on the ground. Inhale, come up and get into a seated position. Place your right leg above your left leg and bring your right heel close to your left hip. If this feels comfortable, you can also bring your left heel close to your right hip. Otherwise, keep your left leg extended. Now we will try to stretch our shoulders and arms again by trying to reach our hands behind our back. If this is too much or not comfortable for you, you can also grab your right elbow with your left hand and try to, like this, bring your hand a little bit further down your spine. Exhale, release. You can shake it out a little bit if you want to, and then we repeat on the other side. Bring your left leg across your right leg so that your left heel is close to your right hip. And if possible, you also bring your right heel close to your left hip. If this doesn't feel comfortable, then keep your right leg extended. Now again, you want to try to grab your hands behind your back. And once more, if this is not possible or accessible for you, you can also grab your left elbow with your right hand and like this try to shift your left hand further down your spine. Exhale, release. You can shake it out if you want to. Now again, bring your right leg across your left leg and step with your foot approximately next to your thigh or knee, wherever you get comfortably. And then you can also again bring your left heel close to your right hip. And then with your inhalation, you want to lengthen your spine. With your exhalation, you twist over to the right side. So you want to get with your left shoulder to your right knee. You can place your right hand behind your hip. That should help you keeping an upright position. Inhale, gaze to the front. Exhale, release to position. On to the other side. Cross your left leg above your right leg, and if possible, you bring your right heel closer to your left hip. Then inhale, elongate your spine, and exhale, turn over to the left side. So now you want to bring your right shoulder as close as possible to your left knee. Look over your left shoulder, keep your spine long, and keep breathing deeply. Inhale, gaze to the front. Exhale, you can release the posture. Straighten both of your legs and then try to elongate your spine. With your exhalation, you fold forward. Keep your feet flexed and together. Your shoulder blades are pushing together and down. Try really to have a long and straight spine. You do not have to touch your feet, and you do not have to get down with your head onto your legs. Just find the length in your body. Inhale, come up, and exhale, get down onto your back. We have arrived at our final relaxation. So find a comfortable position on your back. Your feet are falling apart. Your arms are next to your body and your palms are facing upwards. Allow your body to completely relax and sink deeper into the ground. Let go of all of your thoughts. And if you want to, you can focus on your breath and simply observe how your breath is entering your body and how your breath is leaving your body. Slowly start moving your body again. Whatever movements you want to take is fine. And then when you're ready, you roll onto your right side and stay there for a moment. And with your next inhalation, you get up into a seated position with the help of your left hand. Thank you for following along this power yoga class. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, I would appreciate if you would give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to follow my channel to not miss out on any other content that I provide. Until the next time, Servus!